Alright, let's get started. You probably can't hear me, but we'll see how it goes. I'm going to try to do them both at the same time. First I'll cut off these, all of these bags here. Right, get these ESCs out of here. Did I cut through? I did. One, two, oh shit. 3, 4. I cut through one of them. So I'll have to fix that. See what you get? Alright. I brought myself a new razor. Buy these by the hundreds. You'll use them. So what I do again, we did this once before, but here we go. I'm gonna cut across the top here, and I'm gonna do a little around the edge on that side, around the edge on that side, and then pull this down. I'm a lefty, so maybe I should put my camera on the righty. Let's see. And then I'll cut this here. Who knows, maybe you'll like the way my thing shows up. So it might be a cool angle that I'm getting here. Okay, see that? There's one. Now we're going to do all the rest. What did I do here? See, these I didn't turn around yet. I turn these around so people know what ESCs they got when they get it. Move it out of the way of my soldering. So there you go. Again, and go cut right through here, right across the top of those fets, and then down this side a little bit. Okay, off to the next one, and then so on. I turn it around because the little B's and the little B Pro look the same, except for the Pro. And if I put it on that way, when I put my heat shrink on, it covers the Pro. Then you don't know whether you got the Pro or just the regular ones. You get me? I'm not worried about those wires down at this end because they're coming off. Got me? I hope you're seeing this. Alright, here we go. Do another one for you. There goes my neighbor mowing the lawn. I'm gonna have to go out there and do mine. Alright, got another one down. Another one bites the dust. Alright. You're getting all this. So you getting the picture? This is how she's done. So this is our 8 ESCs, how I prepare them pretty much for all the builds except for like my 3D printed Vortex. You have to take them all the way out of the covers to get them in there. It's a tight fit. Okay. Alright, I'm going to pop the soldering iron on right now. I'm going to move my little piece of wood over. I got the big tip on there. We can go through this really fast. There we go. Let me see. See if that works. Alright, when you got a good soldering iron, it's super fast. Except I don't need my cable to go around the camera tripod. Okay. Alright. You shouldn't need much flux, but it helps a little bit to get this started. So what I do is I put a little on one side, and that's the side I use. Alright, again, here we go, lefty. Pardon my hands, but once I get going with this, it goes pretty quick. So let's put some light on the subject. Alright, what side did I put this stuff on? You don't wanna make this thing slap when you pull it off. You want to pull it off nice and slow. You don't want it to slap. All that stuff can just splatter all over and get caught wherever you don't. See those little pieces there? I'm going to get those off later. You don't want that on there. It'll fall right back into your ESC and cause you problems down the line. Again, do this slow. It's fast, but don't yank it. See that shit right there? That could have went inside. I blow off all my builds as I go. Okay, see how that one went? Real nice and easy. Pull it off gently. Pull it off gently. We're on ESC number 3. You don't want to be crazy violent here. Alright, just keep on going. See how I yanked that off real gently and pulled it with my gun? Huh? You see that? Number 3. Number 4 we're on. See how that is? In and out. Oop, now there. Something went on there. See that? I got it. Watch what you're doing. Watch what you're doing. On to the next one. I like to get it in my hand like this and just go through it. Oh, I cleaned my tip. I'm going to add a little bit more to the bottom here. Surface area. See that? It's just like knitting. Knitting? Is that a good metaphor? I hope you're seeing what's going on. I know it's kind of tough here. Alright, I'm going to go back and clean all of this solder that's stuck to the these plastics off. But first, we're going to do these PDBs, the big parts. Just the large areas, not the small areas. Okay? So, I like to lay a wrench on there. What's burning? Nothing. And then I'm going to go to the big solder, wherever the end is. Okay, here it is, big solder. And for sure, I'm going to clean my tip, but I like to cover these pads really good. Now watch how I do it here. These have holes in them and you want it to get in there. It's all about holding this down. So you want to go all over the pad and make sure that shit has got the whole pad. You see that? Get on there and get the whole pad. Don't want to see any copper. You see that? Right? We're going to save those for the smaller gun. We're going to go all over the pad. You got that? Let it get into those holes a little bit. Yeah, you want to be fast on and off, but get her done too. Okay. Here we go to the other side. Again, you want to get the whole pad. It's pretty quick. It's pretty quick. A little bump there because the wire likes to not take as much solder, and it's better to have a little more on the pad. Okay. That looks good. You don't want to bridge any of this. You see that? These are nice. Alright, so that's one down with the big solder gun. Here's number 2. Alright, here we go. Left, right to left. You'll know how much is right. Get it hot. You see that little hole that popped up there? Let me clean my gun. Clean the tip off here. You want to get that hole. You might not be able to see it, but there's a couple of pops right there. Pardon my shaking. I don't know why I'm shaking so much. Alright. Let's flip that one around. Here we go again. I know I did videos on this already, and I got that one a little bit. Don't jump it. She's getting really hot, my gun. Because I'm putting so much. See that little pop? Alright. What else do we got? Now, we got the 2 PDBs, the ESCs. What else? Now we need some motors. So, here's the motors. And I usually don't run a long cable. These tweakers are a little tight in the rear there, so I kind of do a thumb thing. I grab it with my thumb, right? You see that? I grab it with my thumb, and that's going to be a little long for this tweaker, so I slide my thumb up a little bit into that cavity right before the fat, right like that, right? Now hold it. And let me grab my snips. So I got